Hi guys, welcome back to Golden Reviewer. Today we have these two smartphones on my hand. On the left is the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, and on the right is the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. Okay, so of course I'm filming them from each other, so the position you see will be inverted, right? But the footage on the right is shot on the Mi 11 Ultra, and the footage on the left is shot by the S21 Ultra. Okay, I'm comparing the 4K 30 FPS video quality, in specific low light video quality on these two devices because perhaps these two are the best in class for Android smartphones or even for all smartphones for 2021 so far, right? So now I'm filming from the main lens, and I think both are doing a great job. From the viewfinder, I think both are clean, little noise, and very sharp. But for the color, I feel that S21's color is a little bit better. But that could just be due to the display, right? So I have to go back to PC and look at it again to tell you. So now let's move to some darker areas to see how they perform when the light becomes darker, right? Okay. And here I think it's fair to say that the S21 Ultra actually retains more detail, and the color is a little bit more natural, while the Mi 11 Ultra seems to have a greenish or bluish tone to it, and also the very aggressive noise reduction seems to be smoothing out the details, especially on the floor or of the grass, right? We've seen this with the Exynos variant of the S21 Ultra. That one tends to smooth out the details in the darker areas as well. But if you look at the light over there, right? It's actually a white light, but somehow it seems like a little bit bluish on the Xiaomi Mi 11. Okay, let me walk a little bit and see how it goes. So you can actually take a look at the stabilization and decide which one is better. Okay, I can see that the S21 Ultra is brighter. It's trying to brighten up the scene, but then of course you end up with more noise. So it's more like a personal preference thing, right? Do you like a brighter thing with more noise, or do you want a darker thing with less noise and maybe a little bit less detail as well? Okay. All right. Now let's switch to the ultra wide angle lens and see how they perform. Okay. And now we are recording on ultra wide angle on both. The Mi 11 Ultra looks a little bit wider, maybe, and seems it's a little bit less noisy. Okay, and detail is also good. I think this is expected as the S21 Ultra actually has a much smaller sensor, right, for the ultra wide angle lens than the Mi 11 Ultra. The Mi 11 actually has a half-inch sensor or something, which is huge for the ultra wide angle lens. Usually you don't have such a large sensor. Okay, let's walk a bit and see. Okay, So what do you think? I feel for ultra wide angle, the Mi 11 Ultra is more sharper, so little bit more detail, and overall it's slightly better. Okay. And what about for zoom? Let's zoom in a bit. So now I'm zoom in to 3x on the S21 Ultra and 3x as well on the Mi 11 Ultra. There you can see that it's quite apparent that the S21 Ultra is doing a better job here. I think that's because it's optical zoom on the S21 Ultra, right? But on the Mi 11 Ultra, you don't have a dedicated 3x lens, so this is a digital zoom from the main lens. Okay, so you see that it's just sharper on the S21 Ultra. And then let's zoom to 10x. I think on 10x, okay, so we are at 10x now, and the Mi 11 Ultra actually switches to the 5x optical zoom as well. But I think the quality suffers a little bit. It seems that it cannot really compare with the S21 Ultra's 10x optical zoom. Okay, it's very noisy. The detail is not as sharp. Okay, so for zoom, the S21 Ultra is still the king here. Okay, now let's back to the main lens, and I have to say that the zooming experience on the Mi 11 Ultra is not very good. There is no button for you to actually directly switch between the lenses. You have to use this slider to actually switch between them, which is very troublesome. Okay, so now we are back to the main lens, and there you have it, the 4K 30 FPS low light video comparison between the S21 Ultra and the Mi 11 Ultra. Okay, thank you guys for watching. See you next time.